You really gotta love the fireworks on this, don't you? Anyway. Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the final stop before the biggest party of the summer. It is time for Battleground. As always, you have me, GD, and I am joined by the #1 contender for the CTG Championship, and also my co-commentator, Hanksy. How are you this beautiful summer?
I'm all good. All good. I'm trying to get over the fact that Theresa May apparently is going on a walking holiday in the Alps, and it's like I still don't understand how walking is a holiday. You know what I mean? I know this is
some people like
to
hike.
off topic. We'll get onto the wrestling in a minute, but it's like why would you walking's something I do when I have to do it to get from one place to another.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got a holiday.
I
should do that thing that I normally do. It's like, it's a walking holiday.
I don't know where to go off from this.
It's another world, isn't it? It is another world.
Oh my god, yeah.
So
let's go. Let's go back into our world. Oh wow. I thought after the last pay-per-view, I thought, no, you can't top the. What was it? Did you sneeze or yawn or something? Or you were saying something?
Yawn, that's fine.
Yeah. I did not think you could top that, but yeah.
Yeah. That's Hanks's words of wisdom for this pay-per-view is walking is not a holiday.
You guys, you hikers, stop it. Anyway, yeah, I've got no way to kick this off, so let's just kick off with the first match. It is for the US Championship. It's AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
So, last time we had a pay-per-view, Kevin Owens was the champion.
Yeah.
And
I know.
It's one of those rare occurrences that a championship. 1 minute, press start. There we go. And a championship was actually lost at a live show. So if people don't know,
not even. I mean, it's rare enough. Let's face it. It's rare enough that championships change hands, not on a pay-per-view. You know, so for them to change hands on Raw or SmackDown is rare, but to actually change hands at a non-televised event is incredibly rare, actually.
So,
but at the same time, refreshing, I think, and it's nice that can happen. And for the fans that were there that night, obviously, they saw something really special. It gives people a reason to go to the live shows, doesn't it?
Well,
the fact that anything can happen.
I would like to point out, though, it wasn't just any live show. This was at Madison Square Garden itself as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was spiritual home of WWE, isn't it?
Yeah. So
I sort of, it wasn't in some county hall in Iowa or something like that, was it? But even so, it's still very rare. And
exactly. Yeah.
I think it's quite a big deal, isn't it? And well played to them, I suppose.
Well, I think a lot of people have been saying
anyway,
that the main reason.
So the upshot is that, as I say, so this match, rather than what we probably thought a couple of weeks ago, we'd be talking about, would it be the champion winning, or would it be AJ Styles?
It's
actually AJ Styles is the champion.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, a lot of people actually said that the main reason that AJ Styles and Kevin Owens match was AJ Styles won it during a live show. A lot of people are saying that Kevin Owens is actually injured at the moment. So it could be that the fact that they might still be following it off from this as well, that the people will say, oh well, Kevin Owens has got his rematch clause. So could that be the reason why
I don't think he's injured. I don't think he's injured. I think if he was injured, well, one, they wouldn't risk him.
No, definitely not.
But secondly, they wouldn't be having this match. at the pay-per-view, they'd have took him off television. They'd have somehow, they'd have either had him injured that night, or since then there would have been some sort of injury. I don't think we'd be having this match. So I don't think that really holds up.
Well, it's not just that. Over the last couple,
I think they just decided to swap the title.
Well, I think
fair enough. It's good.
Over the last couple of weeks, if he was injured and they were just going to be this, let's just give him his rematch and then he can go off for a bit, they wouldn't have made him wrestle over the last couple of weeks as well. The thing is, he's been having matches with him and Rusev, hasn't he?
Oh, he's not exactly had an easy time, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. I mean, he took one as he did last year. He took a hell of a pummeling at Money in the Bank. So there was always a chance. Yeah, there was a chance that he did, injure himself or something. But even so, as I say, if he was injured, then they'd have had him doing sort of like stuff at the side of the ring and doing a bit of co-commentating or something like that. They wouldn't have had him facing the opponents they've had him facing. So no, I just think they've swapped the titles, and I think, as I say, I think that's quite refreshing.
No, it's not just that. Well done to WWE. Completely shocked everybody about it as well.
Yeah,
I think, like you said, we was expecting after the Independence Day Battle Royal, was expecting, which I'm still a little bit heartbroken. I would have preferred either Ty Dillinger or Sami Zayn to win that in the end. Not the guy who already had a match.
To win it. Yeah. I'd have preferred it to have been Sami. Ty Dillinger's time will come.
Yes.
It'll come, he's going to follow a similar track, I think, as what Baron Corbin's followed.
Yeah.
So it's a case of watch this space. SmackDown they've eased people in. If you look at, there's a number of stars that have come up from, either come in fresh or have come up from NXT over the last 12 months onto SmackDown, and they've very much eased them through. While Raw has tended to chuck them in at the deep end, and sort of like it's that sort of like sink or swim sort of moment, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that they've done it with everyone. You got to look at Shinsuke Nakamura. He's been, you could easily say he sort of has been thrown into the deep end a little bit here. Where what's he done? He's done. He's had Dolph Ziggler.
I don't necessarily. Dolph Ziggler, exactly. Mid card.
It's not every day.
Mid card, if best.
Yeah, but it's not every day that your first match is first on a pay-per-view. Not only that, you're the poster wrestler as well.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a big deal, isn't it?
It's a big deal. I agree. The thing is, after seeing NXT, we both agreed he was a big deal there. He's going to be a big deal.
Of everybody that moved around after WrestleMania, the two biggest stars to move around both came to SmackDown.
Yeah,
they were Shinsuke and Charlotte. Which, I think that both. For me, they were the two biggest draws, and they both went to SmackDown. So, now obviously, the hard is on WrestleMania, on Raw and that. But I'd say, as far as the ones who were already either in NXT or on the roster, they were the biggest moves. So, it's. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, I mean, Shinsuke, I think he's a special case.
Yeah.
I think if you look at what's happened with a lot of the other stars, they've sort of eased in. And then they build them, and I like that. It builds a character. It sort of, it helps. They've already had that developmental stage going through NXT, and then SmackDown, I think, sort of takes them to the next stage. Again, developmentally. Whilst Raw has a habit, I think, of just chucking them in, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sticking with a bit about Ty Dillinger, he has got a match at Battleground on the kickoff show. It's Battleground. He's going to be facing Aiden English, who I'm going to say he has been quite entertaining for me. The whole drama king thing often that is perfect, and it's a perfect position for him as well, because he just has that awe of, hey, look at me. If something's gone wrong, I will be upset about it.
And I like Aiden English, and I'd like him to get a decent push actually. I like the Vaudevillains. I like them. on NXT, and then there's been a few. They were one of the. The problem is, I think tag teams coming across from NXT have really struggled.
I think most of the tag teams that have come across at the moment have died. But if you look at it, what we've got, we've got Big Cass and Enzo on Raw, and another tag team that we'll talk about in a bit on when it comes to the tag team match that I want to mention anyway. But yeah, as I said, tag teams when it comes from NXT, they've not done that well. But they've done well of forming new tag teams, like for example Breezango.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, mate, quick question: who do you think is going to be walking out as the US champion, and who do you think is going to win?
I'd be surprised if it swapped hands. I think it will be AJ, but it might not. I mean, saying that, actually, the fact they've swapped it means that. Actually, it could well be that Kevin Owens picks up again, and we'll see it changing hands. Actually, so so thinking about I changed my mind. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens.
You think it's going to be Kevin Owens?
It's going to be Kevin Owens.
I'm going to agree with you there as well, mate. I feel like that it is a WWE classic move that they've done that. They've done it many times where someone has lost the title, then a couple of weeks later they've won the title back again. And they've done it many times with Kevin Owens themselves.
They did it for Charlotte for pretty much the whole last year, didn't they?
Well, they did.
She'd win at the pay-per-view, drop it on Raw the night after or a couple of weeks after, and then pick it up again at the next pay-per-view. It's a good way of keeping it fresh, isn't it?
Well, they did it with the actual US title at... well, it wasn't WrestleMania. It was after the shake-up.
Yeah.
Because they did it with him and Jericho. Jericho ended up winning at the pay-per-view. Shocked everybody. And then when it came to SmackDown, they ended up losing it to Kevin Owens. Again.
Yeah.
So it can happen, and we've seen it happen before. But, I won't be surprised. But, mate, you're keeping up with your track record here. You've disagreed with the game. The game thinks that AJ Styles is going to be walking out as the US champion. So all we could do is see what happens with that. So anyway, mate, let's move on to our next match, which should be I think it's the women's match. Yes, it is. So I'd like to explain that in the actual women's match, it's going to be a 5-woman elimination match. The winner of this match goes and faces Naomi at SummerSlam, and the person that we've left out is Lana, for reasons.
Yeah.
So we're doing it as a fatal 4-way because it's a lot quicker, and because I don't really want to do elimination, and it will leave us here for about half an hour just on this match. So let's go.
Yeah.
So the stars that we've got here, we've got Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Tamina. So pretty much the rest of their locker room. That's it. Yep. Yeah. So this was going to happen. The thing is, they weren't going to be putting Carmella into this match. She's got the money in the bank. She doesn't really need to be in this kind of match. She can have a match for the WWE Women's Championship whenever she feels like it. Which I don't think she's going to be cashing in for a while. Myself.
No, I don't.
She's going to wait until Ellsworth is back.
Yeah.
But so, what do you think of this, mate? Who? First of all, I'm going to ask.
I like elimination matches.
You like elimination matches?
I like elimination. Yeah, I do. So I'm quite pleased with this. So I think it could be good. And so I do like elimination. So, I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be an interesting match.
Yeah.
I just think again, when Charlotte first came across from Raw, it looked like she was really, as we said about the time, and we remember talking about it, and we said, they looked like they'd lifted their game, and I just feel like the last couple of weeks it's sort of
fallen flat a little bit,
gone back a little, flattened out a little bit again.
I'm going to say this now. I feel like the main reason it feels like it's gone flat a little bit, I think it's been since the last pay-per-view, and it was the fact that it was Lana versus Naomi.
And it felt
like, well, you could tell that Lana she was definitely... She's not ready to be a wrestler. I could tell straight away when she was having the match. The second match as well. And it doesn't help where it was, it wasn't even 30 seconds and Naomi ended up beating her.
No.
That is not a good sign.
It was like, why, wasn't it? And obviously they're setting something up with Lana and Tamina.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be Lana Tamina. She's taking Carmella's space in the welcoming committee. Lots of things.
And it's like, but the paper being matched wasn't terrible. We were all expecting it to be terrible, and actually it wasn't awful. You know, Lana, as you say, she obviously isn't ready.
No. But
she held her own, I think, a little bit, and she looked. She made a couple of decent moves and looked okay. And as I say, she held her own. And then, as I say, to have two matches after that, basically finished in sort of like the first one. There was this, you know, pinned her in seconds, and then it was like, her shoulders weren't down. So then they have another match, and she does her over in about 30 seconds. And you just think, I don't really understand where they're taking the Lana character here. It's a bit bizarre. But I think you're right. I think the biggest problem with the women's division is Naomi is not a good champion.
Yeah, I said this ages ago.
Boring.
I said this ages ago that I thought Naomi was not a good champion, and
she's boring.
She is. The thing, look, I've got nothing wrong about Naomi, but it's just. Yeah. I could see other people. I could see any of these four that we've got in the ring here. It would be better champions. Yeah. Tamina, she could be dominant. Yeah, she doesn't talk that much, but she's got the power to back it up. It's like if Nia Jax ends up being champion, you know what she's going to be. She's going to be a powerhouse, like Beth Phoenix was when she was Divas champion. Sorry, at that point, she basically controlled the whole division with power, and that's what they could do. Yeah. Becky Lynch, okay, she's a lot better on the mic than she used to be. But she's got the fighting spirit behind it. Charlotte, she's got the mic work, and same with Natalya. She's got the mic work as well. Yeah. But Naomi, she's just... I'm getting sick of the glow gimmick. And now that they've made why has they done that to the title?
Start with, when she first came out, it was like, oh, this is a bit different. I like this, but jazzy music. Well, it was the same music as before, but sped up a little bit. And I thought, okay, I like this. This is a bit different. But yeah, I'm just bored of it. I'm bored of her. Don't feel she carries the title very well. And I think the problem we've got as well is the fact that the women's division needs a bit of an injection again. You know, okay, we've got Lana, but it's like it needs a little bit of an injection at the moment because it doesn't have it's not big enough.
I wouldn't say Lana was a big enough injection in the first place.
Yeah, but if you look at the men's division, so you had think about Money in the Bank. You've got the Money in the Bank match going on.
Yeah.
But then for the title, you've got Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton, which was a good match.
Which even we're having a third one of it, we're still looking forward to this third match.
Yeah, and it's like it was a good match. It worked well, but you've got these two tiers. You've got the top tier fighting out for the title, and then you've got the others going for the Money in the Bank and all. The women just don't have the depth, and that's the problem. So what you've got is you've had this whole thing with, she was fighting Lana, which was just silly, really.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people kept on questioning why.
Didn't make any sense. Yeah, it made no sense storyline apart from the fact of, oh shit, we've got a champion. We need her to fight on the pay-per-view. Oh, well, who isn't fighting on the Money in the Bank? Well, it'll have to be Lana.
Yeah.
So that's the problem you got. So, and this pay-per-view, you know, we got again all the women fighting. Naomi's not got a match.
Which I'm going to point out here, SmackDown. You did not have to give Naomi a match at Money in the Bank.
No. Just don't give her a match.
Don't give her a match.
But she's not going to match here. But to be honest, she probably should have. But she can't have a match because the rest of them are all fighting in this 5-way elimination.
Yeah, and the only other person who she can have a match with, guess what? She's got that Money in the Bank, and I doubt she's going to cash it on you in a proper match.
She's not exactly. She's not going to cash it in. And the only other person on the roster
Maria.
Is Nikki Bella, who is not, is on sort of extended break at the moment.
Yeah, rumours are she's coming back at SummerSlam. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's something I really want. Another Bella holding a championship. Perfect. Well,
but
no,
they've got to move Oscar up soon.
Yeah, I like to say something.
They've got to move Oscar.
There is another women wrestler that is there. I'm guessing she still wrestles. We've got Maria back as well. So I would have preferred.
Forget about Maria, don't you?
Yeah. Well, at the moment she's a.
We.
The thing is, Maria can wrestle. We have seen Maria wrestle, as she can wrestle.
My understanding is she's there as a wrestler.
Yeah. Well, that's my understanding, and the other guy just came from nowhere.
Yeah, it's Mike. What's his name? Who's sort of like been doing the wrestling so far, but my understanding is she's back to wrestle. But obviously that isn't. But that they've got their own whole storyline going on, haven't they, which isn't included with the women.
I love that.
As I say,
Mike, whatever.
They need to bring Oscar up quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm presuming that she's going to drop the title.
Yes.
I think she'll drop the title at SummerSlam.
Well, she's on vacation Brooklyn at the moment, isn't she, Oscar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's obviously you'll have take over Brooklyn again, I'm presuming, and I think she'll drop it to Ember Moon. But and then she'll move up, or she might not drop it, but then maybe she just vacates it. And
like Paige
they're going to move her up soon. Yeah, they're going to move her up soon, surely, and they need it.
Yeah,
they really need it.
The thing is, at the moment, I think it was about a couple of months back when we said that NXT really suffered with a lot of people moving up with the brand split. But now I think it's at a point that it's strong enough that it doesn't need Asuka there anymore.
NXT could lose a couple now.
Yeah, easily enough.
You look at what they've got going on. Yeah. You look what they've got going on. You've obviously got. You got Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, who I really love. I think they're hilarious. It's a double act. I think they're great.
I'm more of a fan of Nikki Cross.
Seeing that we really like them as a double act means that obviously being NXT, they're bound to sort of like beat the shit out of each other very soon. Going on recent events.
Oh no, you know what? I'm hoping that they don't, because I want to see them. Remember Lake Cool? Back in the day. I want to see. That's what they remind me of. They remind me of that kind of team.
I think it could be great, and I love that, and I want them. So I like them. You've obviously got Ruby Riott, who's come from nowhere. She's doing well, and Nikki Cross, which is becoming more solo
like her so
than
much.
She is.
Yeah.
She obviously came. Very much at the start. She was the really psycho one out of Sanity, which is saying something, isn't it?
She still is.
Even more unhinged member of Sanity.
Yeah.
But she's obviously sort of taking more of a solo route at the moment.
I think it's probably
and holding her own.
Yeah, I think Sanity is probably going to start going into the main roster soon as well, by the sounds of things. But
well, we saw Killian Dane at what was it? Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Was it Royal Rumble? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? No, it was Andre the Giant, wasn't it?
No, I swear it was the Royal Rumble match.
Was it Royal Rumble? Could have.
Oh no, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was the
Andre the Giant. Wasn't
Andre the Giant. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, because it was the guy that a lot of people who didn't watch NXT wondered who that guy was. Someone then said, "Oh, he's actually Irish."
Massive hairy giant.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I think it's not just that. We're coming up to a point that the Mae Young Classic is next month as well. I think it starts after SummerSlam, doesn't it?
They're filming it now.
They're filming it now, but it starts
They're taping it now, but I didn't think it was coming out till September.
No, I think I think it's starting some of it on WWE Network the week after SummerSlam, and then it's just going to continue on. I think they're doing the first 4 episodes out in one chunk, and then it's going to be a weekly thing, I've been told. But it looks, what I've seen because they're showing off some of the actual superstars that's going to be taking part in it as well. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a really interesting tournament again.
I think it could. I think it could be. It could be very good. But the Cruiserweight tournament was brilliant.
Yeah,
and
and I would say
the
also the UK
tournament was
tournament
fantastic.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the UK tour was a lot more intense. It was done over one weekend, but whilst the cruiserweights, I've got to admit, I didn't really see much of the tag team one.
Yeah.
That they did. I didn't
know they did a tag team one.
Yeah, it was the one with the Dusty Rhodes.
The Dusty Road Classic. That's NXT annual thing they do, mate.
Right, I thought that was.
No. They've been doing it. They've been doing that for a couple of years now. Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be good, and it'll bring, if it's anything like the cruiserweights, it'll bring some, and the UK Championship for that. It'll bring some new blood in.
Yes, and I think like
it's a good way of testing to see. These things are a very good way of testing who goes down well with the crowds.
My favourite thing about when they was introducing for the Mae Young Classic, you notice why say where they come from? Because it was like, this person comes from, say, Scotland, America.
I know. I was
Dominican Republic, America.
At least for the US. Yeah, at least 2/3 are from the US.
Don't say that they're representing the USA when no, they're not. They're representing themselves. Yeah. The only ones that are representing a separate sort of their country is the ones that have come from a different country.
They'd have been better off given the name and the independent circuit they've come from, is what they should have done.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Sort of like, representing the Iowa State Wrestling or something like that.
Representing, is it Progress Wrestling here in the UK? Isn't it?
Yeah.
But, look, when it comes, we do recommend go and watch the Mae Young Classic. What it looks like, it's going to be a brilliant tournament, and I'm hoping that at least, like with the other tournaments, most of them will be coming up to at least NXT. And it's going to be entertaining either way. I think actually some of them are actually part of NXT at the moment anyway. And I think...
I'm not sure if they are. I was looking out for that. I didn't recognise anybody.
No, I meant they're in NXT, but they're in the lower tier of NXT.
Yeah,
it's like
no, not on television.
Yeah, is it? I forgot her first name, but Belair. She's an NXT star. They had a match that was on YouTube for a qualifying match. They tend
to be used as jobbers and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
Every now and again they pop up.
So like I said, for the women's division, there is a strong area there that they can start coming up, and especially after the Mae Young Classic, a lot more opportunity that will show up from there, and it's going to be a brilliant thing. It's like I wish that these tournaments would become at least a yearly or every 2-year thing, because it'll be interesting to see the newer class of cruiserweights, newer class of women's wrestlers, newer class of UK, not just UK, other countries. I will be interested to see other countries take part. I want to see maybe a Japanese tournament. That would be awesome.
Ooh, yeah, but that's very much stepping on. That would be parking their tanks firmly on the lawn of.
Well, I think the tanks have already been parked, mate. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, to a point, but I think there seems to be. When it comes with what you call it, Total Japan Wrestling, it's sort of like there's this.
You got to be very careful, yeah.
Yeah, I feel there's like an uneasy truce between the two organisations, and we've got people going both ways, and Reva's obviously is heading back that way, isn't it?
Yay!
Yeah. So, as I say, so I mean, there's this one. It's not like what's going on with Impact at the moment, where, should we say, relations aren't quite as good.
Anyway, mate, let's go back to this match, by the way. Yeah. So
they're not going to sue us. They're too busy trying to sue the Hardys.
Yeah, they don't give a damn. So who do you think is going to win the elimination match? Who do you think is going to be facing Naomi?
It's going to be Charlotte.
I want it to be
Charlotte.
You know what? No,
I want her to go on and win it.
I don't. I want Becky Lynch. No, you know what? Screw Becky Lynch. No, I want Tamina. I want Tamina to win this. I want to see her hold the title. As much as you say that she doesn't talk that much, but it'd be fun. But either way, the game is against us again, mate. According to the game, Natalia's going to end up winning the match. So, which, again, would probably be a better champion. Like I said, I've got nothing against Naomi. Yeah. It's just that she's boring. And I want that title taken off her and get rid of all that stupid glowing shit on it. Well, this is not.
Yeah,
this is not John Cena's WWE Championship. Oh look, it spins. I don't give a damn. It spins. You've ruined the look of it. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. What was you about to say, mate? Sorry.
No, go up. It's fine.
Let's go on. Anyway, let's move on to our next match. It is. I think it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin.
This should be a good match, I reckon.
So it is
it's a bit of a. It's a bit of a clash in styles, isn't it? I think, but I think it could be a really good match.
I love how it's been marked. It's the Rockstar of WWE versus Mr. Money in the Bank. So
yeah.
You know what? I'm happy that this is what I expect from this. Baron Corbin, he's got that Money in the Bank. He could cash it in at Battleground. Which
could do. I'd be surprised if he did.
Would you really? If you think about it, Baron Corbin is a clever guy. You know he's really clever. You've seen what he's done. Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit more about the actual match itself. But the actual match is a Punjabi Prison Match for the WWE Championship, which is going to be a taxing match on both Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. So just saying, might be a perfect opportunity for Baron Corbin, like Edge did with the Elimination Chamber when the first Money in the Bank, that to take maybe advantage of this. Maybe. Possibly. And he could walk into SummerSlam as the champion.
I still think it's a bit early.
Yeah.
I'm not saying... Yeah.
It won't be surprised.
I'm not saying not, because I mean, we'll come on to who's going to win that match later. But I do understand that one of the people fighting for the championship match is about to take some leave.
Right. I don't know which one, unfortunately. So we'll. I've got a feeling I might know who you're on about, but just out of the. Oh, fuck.
So.
Yeah, continue.
So you would presume at the moment they weren't going to win, but maybe if it was going to be that they win it, but then
Baron Corbin comes out of nowhere,
immediately end up with a match with Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Then that's a possibility, isn't it?
1 second. So, what was you saying? Sorry, mate. We're back again for people who are watching this. We had a little bit of a hiccup. I was talking about Baron Corbin and his Money in the Bank. Might he be cashing it in? And
so it might do. He might cash it in. As I say, if it's, well,
it depends.
I'm not for that. As I say, I do know that Randy Orton is supposedly going to be taking some time off.
Yeah.
So
it's made you completely think the end of this thing now, hasn't it?
Yeah. So that would lead you to think if he's going to have to take some time off, then you presume Jinder Mahal is going to win a match. But as I say, it could saying that, it could be that Randy Orton is going to win, but then Baron Corbin cashes in. Yeah.
Well, let's go back between these two and their little rivalry they've had. So it kind of did start. It started before Money in the Bank, if anything. I think it actually started on Money in the Bank, I would say, where Baron Corbin attacked Shinsuke Nakamura while he was walking down to the ring.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah,
Shinsuke didn't even get in, did he?
No, he didn't.
Really. He came in at the end, but... Yeah.
Well, I said he's gone out his way to show that he's not afraid of Shinsuke as well. And Shinsuke, of course, he's not afraid of anything. Well, or if he is, he doesn't show it.
No.
But,
absolutely.
So they're bringing the Froth and Rowdy to head after weeks of assault by the Lone Wolf, including one that nearly took Nakamura out of the Money in the Bank, which we just said, which Corbin eventually won, and a retaliatory strike by Nakamura before what was scheduled to be their first ever match on SmackDown Live as well. Yo, how you doing, Dresser? Dressier, sorry.
Hey, mate.
So, I said they have their own little rivalry, and I don't see the end of this happening from this match, even if Corbin does cash in.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so.
So, my question here then we've seen these two sort of fight each other. Who do you think is going to be winning? Do you think it's going to be Nakamura, or do you think it's going to be Corbin?
I think Nakamura will win this.
You think
if it even takes place?
Even if it takes place, that's a good point.
If it happens, or unless Corbin attacks him on the way down again.
Yeah,
which is a possibility. I think that's actually a strong possibility. Actually.
You know what, mate? I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to disagree with the game. I think that Baron Corbin is going to walk out here from this match. But at the same time, when you're saying, will this match even take place? They can't really do it again. They can't have them keep attacking each other before the match starts. The thing is, they've got to have a match sooner rather than later, and I think Battleground is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
Dressier says, with the end of days. I agree. He's going to beat Shinsuke Nakamura with the end of days.
Oh, I do love that. That move is sweet.
It's one of the. It's my favorite. I think it's one of my favorite finishes in the WWE at this time. By far. It's just so. It's a smooth finisher. It's like the same level of RKO, where it could happen whenever, and it works perfectly fine to do that. But yeah, like I said, the game thinks that Shinsuke is going to be walking out of this match as the winner. We'll see how that goes. Let's move on to our next match, which is going to be the Tag Team Championship. Let's please see this match finish without a, a count out. Because, come on, we can't have a third pay-per-view where we have a match that ends with a count out.
Yeah.
Adrosia says, what is your favourite finish, by the way, mate? Would you say End of Days, or is there anything particularly for you?
I love End of Days. What, of all the finishes?
Of all the finishes, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. So I do like Stone Crushing Finale. I hate the Miz, obviously. It's the knobhead. You're supposed to hate the Miz, which is why we actually really love the Miz, isn't it? But I do like Stone Crushing Finale.
Yeah.
Which is it's an impressive looking move, isn't it? No, there's a few, isn't there, actually, when you think about it? Because obviously you've got the pop-up powerbomb. The one I hate the most is when Kevin Owens powerbombs him on the ring apron.
Really? I like that.
When he does it. Oh, he does it on the ring apron. It just looks evil, doesn't it?
Dresser, you saying Spear is your favourite. Who's Spear? Do you like do you like Christian Spear? Or do you like Goldberg?
Edge's Spear.
Well, no, Edge's is more like a hug. Seriously, have you noticed that? He basically runs in and he's like a glomp, if anything.
Yes, when I think of Spear, I tend to think of Edge when I think about a Spear. But that's just from my childhood.
Yeah, same here. Anyway, mate, let's move on to the Roman Reigns. Let's just move on to the match. We're not going down that dark rabbit hole at the moment. But I give Roman Reigns has got a good spear, but I feel like I love the trombone. Sorry. That's why I like New Day in these matches, because Xavier Woods is always great as a manager in this, because he's always got Francesca with him. And I'm happy with that every pay-per-view. Sorry, where was we? Look, I'm still saying End of Days is my favourite out of them all. It's just so smooth and is easily quite comfortable for me. Anyway, going on to this match. So we've got the Usos versus the New Day, Part 2. If people don't know, at Money in the Bank, they had a match against each other. It ended out into a count-out with the New Day winning. But of course, with a count-out, the title does not change hands, which is, of course, a nuisance. And we're saying that we do not want this to be a count-out again, because we had a count-out during Great Balls of Fire with the Women's Championship, which, ended quite well at the end. But, so, let's talk about on the way up to this match. And more importantly, let's talk about the rap battle.
Nah, I enjoyed that.
Oh my god, it felt like an absolute mess, but it was a mess that I really enjoyed watching.
It was an entertaining mess.
More importantly, they got away with
which...
so much with that as well. And there was one line.
God.
There was that one line, the one line about Xavier Woods that stood out to me. I thought, oh my god, they actually said that on WWE.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
I love that. I love the taking the mick out of Kofi Kingston's Jamaican accent as well.
that was brilliant.
and the fact that it was with J.U. said only got famous because Naomi had put him on Total Divas.
No. The Usos got famous because of their dad. So let's get that right.
It was. Let's put it this way: if we take the all-time worst, I think, of those sort of things, which I think is definitely that section they did that "This Is Your Life" with,
with
Bayley,
Alexa Bliss and Bayley, yeah.
Which they sort of like, the next, which they even removed from the YouTube.
Oh God, yeah, from the YouTube.
It was nowhere near. It was nowhere near that bad.
No, God, look, it was chaotic, but this is the good thing about chaos, and we are a great example of this. Chaos is usually really good to watch. Sometimes
absolutely.
it's controlled chaos. If it's not controlled, that's when it can go wrong. And this was not controlled. The good example of controlled versus uncontrolled. The rap battle, and what happened on Miz TV with that basketball player, which I still don't know who he is. I think it was his dad. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But Alexa, we don't want to go down the Alexa Bliss route as well. That is seriously do not want me to go down the Alexa Bliss route. So do you think this is it? Do you think this is going to be at the end of this? Between the Usos and the New Day for a bit after this match?
That's it.
LeVar Ball, thank you.
Yeah. I sort of hope that. I hope New Day win. I don't know. The Usos annoy me. They just annoy me. The promos are brilliant.
Oh God, yeah.
But I just find them annoying. I hate it when they come out wearing the belts around their neck. That pisses me off. You know what I mean?
That is not how you wear a belt.
But my annoyance begins there. You know what I mean? They come out onto the ramp. They've got the belt around their neck, and you just think, you knobhead. You know what I mean? And then that's it from that point on. I'm sort of like, so.
I could already.
I liked. I like the heel turn. I thought the heel turn worked well. The promos they've been cutting have been brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit had enough of them now. I'm ready for the New Day to take the titles and then hold them for sort of like the rest of time again.
Hanksy, I can see you raging at the TV every time Usos come on. That is not how you wear a belt. It's in the bloody name where you wear a belt. It's around the race.
Heavenly is also incensed by the belt neckwear sort of rubbish. So so for that reason alone, I'm ready for the New Day to take the titles, and then have a 6-month feud with Breezango.
Oh God, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So just going back onto the belt stuff, I can't get off the belt thing at the moment. So what do you think of like how Dolph Ziggler wears the belt, where he wears it backwards?
Well, he wears it backwards. He's not the only one, does he? And that works because he's the show off, isn't he? And he wants to wiggle his ass around.
Wear the belt.
So I get that, So that's fine. I'm pretty sure. I mean, New Day used to do the same thing, didn't they? New Day used Kofi Kingston always used to wear it the wrong way around and stuff like that. So no, that's fine. At least they're wearing it round their waist.
Well, they tried to. I think Big E. I think the belt's not saying Big E's big. Yeah, well, he's big. It's in the name, but the belt's not long enough for him to really wear it on the waist. I would be the same. I'm going to be honest. But that's why you put it on the shoulder at that point.
But I don't know. So the other person I don't approve of. don't get me wrong. I really like this guy, and the match at I think it was it Toronto, wherever the takeover was.
Right, can I stop?
Stop. Go on.
Can I guess who it is? Is it Pete Dunne?
Pete Dunne. Stop putting the belt in your mouth.
Knew it. I was about to ask about that. What do you think of him putting it in his mouth?
No, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like, just stop. I was just thinking, when whoever takes that title off him.
Well, you do, because there's only one person.
Whoever takes their title off him, there's going to be tough marks in it.
Well, he does it with all the titles that he has, though. It's because it's the whole pushing his fist against his mouth thing, which I don't understand.
It's like, I'll grow up. You made it to the big leagues now. Now stop being silly.
Oh, yeah, I dare you to go and say that to Pete Dunne. Hey, come on, mate, grow up. You're in the big leagues.
He lives just up the road. I might go and have a chat with him.
God, don't. But first, can I just have a look at that UK Championship? Because I've never really want to look at it close up. No, don't put it in your mouth. But it's weird. I know. I understand. I do agree with the Pete Dunne thing. I agree with the Usos wearing it around the neck. It is annoying.
No, you don't. It's wrong.
Not agree. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. I think it's absolutely annoying and it looks stupid. Yeah. And it's just.
It doesn't make them look tough. It doesn't make them look tough. It just makes them look like they don't know how to wear a belt.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest. By the looks of things, most of the WWE superstars don't know how to wear a belt. They're really troubled when they've got more than one belt. It's like, what do I do here? How do they do it in boxing? They usually have about 6 or 7 belts in one go, don't they? How do they do it?
The best one actually. We're talking about going back to that UK Championship when Tyler Breeze won it. And the belt was far too big for him. I mean, I know it's an oversized belt because that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? Wrestling, boxing, you have the big oversized. Yeah. But when they put it on Tyler Breeze, basically Triple H was having to hold it at the back.
Are you sure this? Did we make sure it fit? What do you mean? It's the tightest it could. Oh wow! Good luck, kid.
It's like afterwards he was. It's like, I'm gonna ask his dad if he could put an extra hole in it.
Right, I like to point, just to cover our backs, we do respect all these superstars. Just to cover our backs.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think they're great champions. It's just how they have the belts.
Yeah, learn to wear a belt properly.
Hold the belt properly. But yeah, anyway, let's go back onto the actual tag team things. We talked a little bit about Breezango. They're supposed to be revealing who trashed their officers, aren't they, at Battleground? And we now know it isn't the Ascension. Because they probably have now gone to go and watch what were the tickets for again? I forgot what those tickets were for. I'm not sure if Hanksy's still here. Say something to me, buddy. He's probably not still there. So anyway, while we try and get him connected again, I'm going to continue talking because that's what I'm good at here. Going back onto Battleground. Because he'll probably just try. I think it's me who's actually crashed out of it. Let's have a quick gander. I can't do anything. Okay, nice. Right, so give us a second. We're gonna pause this while I go and try and get my friend back. You know what, mate? That was an interesting way to end it. Sorry, everyone who missed that little bit just there. We had a connection issue, but you just got it for the third count. Yeah. So so we'll talk a little bit about Breezango in a minute. According to the game, the Usos are going to be walking away as champions still, and they're going to walk out wearing it around their necks. Yeah, so Breezango, their office got trashed. They're supposed to be solving the case at Battleground. Or they know who trashed it now. I can't say much about it because they don't actually have a section here for us to talk about it.
No.
That's WWE's preparing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can press the
I'm loving Breezango.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I think they're great at the moment. I mean, to be fair, I've never been a massive fan of Fandango. I didn't like him, particularly when he came in. The whole Summer Rae thing. He wasn't keen. The whole, but I've always liked Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked him on NXT. And I felt that I thought when they put them together, it was like, oh, not very keen. And then obviously they've effectively been glorified jobbers, haven't they, for the last sort of like year, really. And then over the last few weeks,
they had their actual match for the championship, didn't they? And it was brilliant.
Have a good chance at it.
The thing is, we said when they...
It was funny, it was entertaining, and the crowd really loved it.
Well, we said when they was...
really good gimmick.
When they was named '1 contenders, we was like, really? Yeah. These guys? The guys that haven't really not done that much, but been jobbers. And then when they became it, we've been glad. They're one of the 3 favourite tag teams at the moment in SmackDown.
Yeah.
And, so... My question for you, mate, is who do you think has trashed their officers?
I really don't know. I still don't think it's going to get sorted this at the pay-per-view.
My money is on Vince McMahon.
Still don't think. Yeah.
It's going to be Shane. Crazy. It's going to be Shane. Shane did it. Yeah.
Yeah. And or was it? Was the person who? The person who really did it, the person who sabotaged Shane's helicopter.
Oh, could it be the anti-Breezango?
So we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. It's anti-Breezango. Yeah. Everyone knew it. It was nega. Yeah. It was nega. Versions of. Yeah, not that.
Knowing how WWE's gone lately, and the fact that we've got this tag team that everybody really loves at the moment.
Yeah.
And the way that the storylines have gone. With DIY and Enzo and Cass and Golden Truth, then probably it'll turn out that it's Fandango that did it all along, and then they'll break them up and turn him heel.
No, there's such a good tag team. Don't break them up. Stop breaking up good tag teams. WWE. You could do it with American Alpha.
I had a couple of days when I was in with Enzo and Cass. But I think I was actually going for some type of grief.
It's actually over, isn't it?
Like that. After what had happened with DIY, it was like I just thought, I don't think I could take any more of this.
With what we had now, we've had DIY on NXT, we've had Enzo and Kaz, we've had the Golden Truth, we've now had American Alpha's broke up now, hasn't it? Now the storyline.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's start this match though first. It is John Cena versus Rusev. The winner is a flag match. We can't do a flag match, so we're doing a... I forgot what actually this kind of match is. Good luck.
It's a beat-up John Cena match.
It's a beat-up John Cena match. There we go, I'm happy with that. Oh wait, John Cena, no! you didn't get the rules! Stop! Oh, Rusev, why? You failed the match, man. If this is quick and ends quick, I am not going to be happy. But anyway, so first of all, let's talk about this. John Cena's back. He's a free agent. He came back on Independence Day. Woo, woo, woo. Yay, patriotism, whatever. Yeah, we're British. I'm going to say that now. We didn't really... Well, I hate to say this, and it's so much... I'm not hating to say this. I actually agreed with what Rusev said half the time. in that whole promo, I agreed where it felt like... he's been bullied. You bullied him into a match. You did bully him into a match. Rusev did not want a flag match. And what is happening now? It's Battlegrounds. He's got a flag match against the guy he didn't want to face, John Cena, in a flag match. Oh my god.
I think this is a good match though.
It's going to be a good match.
I think I'll put it out there now. I think Rusev's going to win.
Okay.
I think Rusev's going to win. I think that I think Rusev's due a push.
Oh, that's what made it. Yeah. Right.
The fact that obviously the guy who is the WWE champion at the moment, and I expect will still be the champion after this pay-per-view, is the guy who 6 months ago was Rusev's lackey. Yes. Effectively. You know, there's a storyline there.
Oh God, yeah. I think it'll be a great.
I think they're going to get back to get a push, and I think Rusev's going to get rammed right up the order towards that main event, sort of like position. I think.
Well, the thing is, we said that when Jinder Mahal actually became champion, I think the first thing that was in our heads was, what about Rusev? We knew that Rusev was, at the moment, asking for a WWE Championship match over and over again. And we were looking at it thinking, well, that actually will be a good match, Jinder versus Rusev. Yeah. These two used to be a good tag team at one point. And now they're bitter enemies. And I won't be surprised. This is the thing, we'll talk a little bit more about the SummerSlam, what we think is going to be the SummerSlam match for the WWE Championship in a bit. But, we can't not picture him up there as well, I would say.
No, absolutely. I think he'll win this. You know, John Cena, for his faults, I don't know, some people love him, some people hate him. I know you're not particularly keen. I don't mind John Cena.
He's an alright wrestler.
What he has done over the years, he is very good. People go on about how he's a career killer. But actually, in a lot of cases, I think he's the opposite. I think actually he gives people a push. I think if you're not up to scratch, if you can't, because what he does, he builds storylines, and he builds storylines over months, not over a couple of weeks. Yeah. But over a few months, he builds his storylines, and if you're not able to do that, then he will dump you.
Well, the thing is,
but if you are able to, then he will build. Look at what he did with The Miz.
God, yeah.
The Miz had a great year last year, and a major part of that year we have to put down to the fact of the storylines with John Cena.
I don't know. I think it was also the storylines with what's it called? Dean Ambrose helped there as well. The thing is, The Miz had really. But the thing is, as much as we say, The Miz is actually really annoying, but that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be annoying. It's The Miz's role to be annoying.
Yeah.
As much, I like The Miz. I always like heel wrestlers. I think they're usually the better wrestlers half the time.
Yeah, tend to be. Yeah.
And the thing is with John Cena, like I said, I think he's a brilliant wrestler. What is Cena's submission move called? It's the
attitude adjustment.
No, not the submission.
Oh, it's submission.
It's the STFU, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be the STFU, but now it's probably called the Cena lot because they can't really use it anymore.
STF.
Yeah, it could be just the STF.
Now,
yeah. Well, it used to be the attitude adjustment was was it the FU?
Don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, it's the AA now.
It's the AA, yeah.
No. So I think, as I say, I think this could give Rusev a push in the right direction, and then give Cena a chance to wander off and do what he wants to do on Raw, I suppose. It was interesting, wasn't it, when he came back? Because he was doing the whole thing. I'm not retired. I'm not the. This isn't the end. Blah blah blah. And then he sort of said, but if my time is limited, then I'm not going to be held to one brand. And you think, so you're basically sort of saying, actually, you are looking maybe to retire.
Yeah.
At least semi-retire.
Well,
he won't go completely. I think when he does sort of leave a little bit, he'll go properly part-time. He will go. I don't think he'll go Jericho. I think he'll be more Rock than Jericho, but I think he'll be somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I feel like he's at this stage. This is probably going to be his. This is more likely going to be his swan song return at the moment. I'm trying to find what it was actually called. Like I said, it's the STF, but it used to be STFU for his thing. And I was right. Yeah, it used to be called the FU, the attitude adjustment. Yeah. And it got changed for reasons.
The PG era.
Yeah, the PG era. And, of course, he's got the 5-knuckle shovel, which is... Oh, look at me, you punched him in the face.
Punch to the face, isn't it?
But then again, we could say with the people's elbow, what has he done? He's basically just dropped his elbow into their chest. But that is usually a match. That's a finisher, a very popular finisher. But yeah, like I said, with John Cena, I think he's a brilliant wrestler.
The thing is with that, the people's elbow was actually started off as a joke, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was started off as a gag that they were doing. Him and Triple H in particular, The Rock and Triple H. It was a joke they were doing at non-televised shows.
Yeah.
And then he was effectively dared to do it on a televised show. Did it? The crowds loved it, so he carried on doing it. So,
it was named the People's Elbow, and that is how it was born.
Yeah, and the People's Eyebrow.
Yes. Everything The Rock does is the People's. This is the People's film. What is the People's film? What is the Baywatch?
Yeah. The People and the Furies.
It's 17. The People's Championship. No, it's not. It's the World Championship. Stop giving it to the people. But anyway, like I said, John Cena, he's a good wrestler, but I feel like, and I still feel like there is still opportunity for this to happen. I just want him to do a heel turn. And as much as thing is, as much as the people are saying, he says, well, he's being booed by half the audience already. His heel turn probably has been, he actually turned heel 5 years ago. Yeah. To the universe, he's half of us. He's a heel. But that's the thing. He's not acting like a heel. I don't think
it's quite that though. I think people chant John Cena sucks because it's fun to do. No, I think it's fun to do. The same reason so many people are booing Roman Reigns is because it's become what you do.
Yeah, it's part of the WWE experience. Come and boo Roman Reigns and come and say that you suck to Kurt Angle.
John Cena, I know. I mean, that's the best thing, isn't it? So Kurt Angle walk down the ramp, so like with everyone chanting "You suck" with the biggest smile on his face.
It's a badge of honor for him now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, mate, the match is finished. According to this, John Cena is going to beat Rusev. But like I said, the actual match they're going to be doing is a flag match. Is it first person to retrieve their flag, or is it just capture the flag?
If I remember right, if I remember, I haven't seen one for a couple of years, have we? So if I remember right, that's how it's done.
Battlegrounds. It's the show that shows us stuff that we've not seen for a while.
Yeah, this one really is.
Yeah, but I'll see if it actually explains a little bit more about how a flag match works, because I'm not 100% sure. Yes, Breezango's preparing to close their case. Are they? Will they? Who knows? But,
next match? What's the next match then?
Let me just see if it says anything about a flag match before we go, because it's still celebrating in the ring at the moment. No, in this explosive match, the American and Bulgarian face flags. Flags will be set above the turnbuckles on opposite sides of the ring, and the first superstar to retrieve their country's flag will be the winner. So it's basically a flag on a pole match.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, where's John Cena going? Get back in the ring. Or just walk off. See you, John. Yeah, see ya. Go away now. If I see you in a WWE Championship match, I am not going to be happy, mate. Go.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, go for the Universal. No, actually don't. The last thing I want to see, it's like a nightmare for me. WrestleMania. Roman Reigns versus John Cena. That would be my absolute nightmare.
Cena will beat Flair's record. And the reason being, because Vince McMahon likes the records to be held by homegrown WWE superstars, and John Cena is seen as homegrown. Ric Flair is seen as not homegrown. He's seen as a WCW superstar who came across.
Then why did he do it with The Rock?
The Hardys are only two. The Hardys are only 2 championships behind the Dudleys now. And again, I expect in terms of the most championships won across all franchises, the Dudleys are record holders. I think they're 2 ahead of the Hardys.
Yeah.
And I expect the Hardys will beat that record again, because Vince likes to hold the records, but he also likes his boys to hold the records.
Yeah.
And the Dudleys, for everything they did,
ECW.
were ECW.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it gives something for Paul Heyman to crow about over Vince, and he doesn't like that.
Anyway, mate, we are on our last prediction match. It is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It is Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. Yeah. Now, like we said, it's going to be a Punjabi Prison Match. Unfortunately, that isn't actually in this game, surprisingly for this.
There's a shock.
Yeah. So what we're going
happened twice before.
Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is steel cage, because I'm going to be honest, it's the closest thing, and I didn't want to do Hell in the Cell. So let us begin. I agree. I'm looking forward to this match so much. As much as there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's a Punjabi prison," there's a reason why we've only had 2 of these matches. Yeah, but it's been what, 10 years or something like that now.
And if 2 people can carry it off, I think it's these 2.
Yes. The thing is, that's the problem with the other matches. So the other 2 matches we had, it was Undertaker versus Big Show. And the other one was
let's face it, neither guy known exactly for their flexibility and nimbleness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
hi, young Jay Lee, by the way.
So yeah. Hey.
I'm just saying hi to someone on the what's it called in the chat.
Right.
Hi.
Hey.
But yeah.
Yeah. So neither of exactly known for the nimbleness, and then the second match was the Great Khali versus who was it versus?
I think it was against Batista. No. What?
Again. Batista not exactly nimble, and the Great Khali probably shouldn't have really been wrestling at that point.
He's basically
he wasn't
designated
particularly
to be a scarecrow now.
He wasn't particularly well.
No, he wasn't.
So if I think actually these 2 guys, they are very athletic.
The thing is,
it could be a good match.
The thing is, like you said, with the 2 matches that we had, they were powerhouses. With Undertaker's a brawler, but he's a big guy. The thing is, you don't expect him most of the time jumping off everything that you could see. With these 2, you could easily see it happening. The thing is, they will go. They've got good agility.
Both of them do.
Yeah.
I mean, over the years, we've seen, even up to the recent matches, Randy's been amazing, in the way he throws himself around. And I think now for this run, I think Jinder's been brilliant.
Oh God, yeah.
And again, we've seen some real athleticism from him. So actually, if 2 guys can carry this match off, I think these 2 definitely can do. So we shall see. If it doesn't work, I presume we'll probably never see this type of match ever again.
It'll be another 10 years.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
Is this match already over? Oh, don't be over yet. Grab his leg. Come on, you want to throw him off. Thank you. They have made sure the match isn't finished. Thank you, guys. I feel like we've still got more to talk about this. That's why. Like I said, I think the good thing about I don't understand this. So Randy Orton's basically asked for another rematch. He's been given the rematch, but the point was that Jinder Mahal got to pick the stipulation. Wouldn't you put it in a stipulation where you can use the Singh brothers?
I would have probably used, I'd have had no disqualifications.
And open anywhere for.
And I would have banned the RKO. That's what I would have done.
Not. You know what I feel like farting you in? Not just one cage, but another cage. And those guys, they can't get into the cage because there's 2 cages of bamboo with steel between them, so they can't access us. Just feeling, that's a smart move there. Thank you. I understand why you're doing the Punjabi prison match, but still, good idea. Story-wise. But mate, quick question. Who do you think's going to win this match? Do you think it's going to be Jinder Mahal or Randy Orton? You know why I've asked this question already.
We talked about this earlier on. I think this will be Jinder again.
Yeah.
But as I said earlier, there's that possibility that Randy wins it. But I think if Randy wins it, he won't be holding on to it. I think it'll be.
You think Baron Corbin will be walking out as champion? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna agree with the match, the actual game. I think Randy Orton's gonna win because I do feel like Baron Corbin is gonna cash it in. But I could see it either going one way or another. If Jinder Mahal does end up winning the match, I could see him probably facing Rusev. I think that'd be a brilliant match at SummerSlam. Or, like you said, Baron Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura at SummerSlam. Do you think it would happen if Baron Corbin does win it? Does cash
Could
in?
Be. Could be.
But I love it that we're both thinking,
I don't know.
Randy Orton, he's not going to be there for SummerSlam.
I'm hoping you're wrong. I'm hoping you're wrong because I don't want him to cash it in yet. I don't feel that. Yeah, I like it when they hold on to the briefcase for a couple of months or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get that sport of them coming out, and oh, are they going to do it? And then they don't, and it's that excitement, isn't it? Are they going to, or are they not going to? And I like that if it's spread, because I don't feel because of this feud he's had going on with Shinsuke.
Yeah.
I don't feel that we've had a huge amount of that. Obviously, he came out that once, didn't he? And he came down and he thought he was going to cash in, and then he sort of like laughed and walked off.
Well, that's the thing about Baron Corbin. He doesn't seem like the kind of person. The people that hold on to onto the Money in the Bank, they're very charismatic, whatever the word is. Charismatic. Thank you. The thing is, like Seth Rollins and Edge and CM Punk, the ones that hold on to the briefcase and teased about it. Even Dolph Ziggler is a good example of this as well.
Yeah, he was very good.
Baron Corbin doesn't do that. He seems like the type of person who will be, you know what, I'm cashing it in. I don't give a damn. And I feel like this, with him, I would not be shocked if he does cash it in this month. So, anyway, mate, our predictions are finished. It doesn't mean that we're finished with this. It is time for a CTG match. It is a fatal... Oh, I love this. Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way, because I know it annoys you so much when we do that. It's going to be a Extreme Rules. They're allowed to use weapons. It's Fatal 4-Way. But still. So we have Kaj versus Billy versus Ryan versus me. The winner will get a shot at the CTG Championship after SummerSlam. Why these four? Because these are the only four who have not had the title at the moment. Simple enough. Yeah. So,
apart from me, I've not had the title.
Well, you've got a match.
SummerSlam.
You're wrestling at SummerSlam.
I know, but I do feel a little bit like Nana at the moment. You know what I mean?
You do know. No offense to Doc, but you're not at that level. You're thinking, you're questioning why have I got a shot? Why have I been given this shot? You won a match as a #1 contendership. You get a shot. You won.
Yeah, I know that.
But honestly, I put that match because I thought I was going to win it. You know it was a shot because I was actually shocked. But where was we going with this? Yeah, so that means that at SummerSlam it is going to be Doc versus Hanksy. I don't know what kind of match you guys are going to have yet, but you know what? I'm going to put a little stipulation on this as well, just because I'm a mean person, mate. Whoever does win this match as well, they get the #1 contendership after SummerSlam. But the winner of this match also gets to pick the stipulation you and Doc are going to be facing each other at SummerSlam.
Yep, that sounds fair to me.
Yeah, so it's going to be finished. Now, after saying that, out of the 4 people who are there, who would you like to see win the match?
Based on... I'm thinking Billy, because I think he probably knows the least about wrestling.
And out of all 4 of them, who would you least like to win it?
Kaj.
Oh, what kind of match would Kaj put you in? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you will think something. But then again, it's like the same situation with me. The thing is, your fellow Team Creeper, Doc's fellow Team Awesome. Kaj. But at the same time, Kaj has already said he's a lone wolf. So
he's Baron Corbin.
He's the Baron Corbin, but he's a Baron Corbin who's got a tag team. So yeah, it's interesting. So anyway, of course, it's CTG, so we usually have our little entrances. So who's coming out first? So of course it's Billy. He is still keeping that record, mate. Nil losses, lots of losses. He's doing well for himself. It's not like he's not been given a chance at the championship. He was part of the Money in the match of the Money in the Bank, wasn't he? I think it's only you and me who wasn't in that match.
Yeah.
And you know what? This might be one of his better opportunities to win it here. He's arguing with a fan again. Oh, seriously, mate, leave them alone. Said something bad about Sonic.
Billy, basically, if Billy doesn't win tonight, he's probably going to have to go and join TNA.
Which is funny because TNA doesn't exist anymore, but still.
Say whatever I was about to say, or whatever they're called.
Oh, what are they actually called?
Is change their names so often.
It's GFW, isn't it?
GNW at the moment?
GFW, I think it's.
That's it.
Yeah, whatever. But I wouldn't want to join that, man.
Global Force Wrestling.
That's it, yeah, Global Force.
Stupid name.
Plus stupid champion as well, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can easily say that because I thought he was shit when he was in WWE. He's shit as shit now. Anyway, not Billy, I meant whoever's the champion. Who's coming out next? Oh, there he comes. The other one with the losing record at the moment. Here comes Ryan. So, of course, Ryan is coming here sporting his favourite mask. It's shiny and new. So, what is his odds, do you think, of winning here? I'm trying to think. What is the actual pay-per-view that these guys will be facing for the championship? Because it's usually the SmackDown one we do the CTG stuff.
The SmackDown after.
Yeah, so WWE pay-per-views. List. There we go. Thank you.
Trying to think what the pay-per-view after SmackDown after SummerSlam was last year.
Oh, here we are. It will be.
Is it Backlash?
No, Backlash has already been. Backlash was earlier this year.
Of course it was, yeah.
It doesn't actually say. They haven't actually announced what
no.
it's going to be, which is weird. So at the moment, we know it's No Mercy for... Right, thank you, Pete. Oh, here comes Kaj. Oh, it's still creepy as hell. But then again, that is Kaj's way. I'm still... The thing is, you know that bat that he's carrying in with him now? That's actually legal in this match. Like I said, we're still questioning it when he brought it in with him for the ladder match. But actually, I was questioning you. I wasn't actually questioning him himself because that would have been stupid because he was holding a bat. But yeah.
Just look at the list. So you've got actually the only pay-per-views that are listed at the moment.
Is overall
up and coming. No Mercy.
Yeah.
TLC and Survivor Series. So.
Oh, I think I might actually have the
list. But what
now.
do we know? What do we know they'll be? So we know there's going to be Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
We know there'll be that one. Last year we had it was Night of Champions, whatever they called it last year.
Yeah.
Which was a Raw pay-per-view last year.
Yeah, Raw's had Night of Champions. But then again, that SmackDown had No Mercy, but this time Raw's got No Mercy.
So there's a swap round.
Yeah.
So we know that Raw last year, going on that, Raw last year had Hell in a Cell. So are we going to see Hell in a Cell
for SmackDown? Yeah, that might be it. So it could be Night of Champions, which would be perfect because
we know that
the championship has got to be on the line, mate. Yeah.
So we know that Night of Champions will be one of the ones, and I think that last year that was September, and then October was Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
November is Survivor Series.
Of course.
And then December we had TLC and whatever the other one was. I can't remember what the other one was now.
It was TLC and Roadblock.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's my predictor to win this Fatal 4-Way, the talented Judy Von Creep. He's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder after being put through that table by you, mate. I'm going to say that now.
Yes, yeah. It's an actual chip.
It's actual chip. Yeah, it's actually lodged into him.
Stuck in his shoulder.
He said he didn't want it removed. He said that he wanted it as a memento, just to remind him of this match, of what is going to happen. But by the looks of things, whoever does win this match, of course, gets to pick the stipulation for Doc versus Hanksy, but also will be facing the champion at Night of Champions. By the looks of things, what it's going to be. So anyway, the match has started, and GD's been thrown out the ring. Great. This is perfect for me. Yeah. So weapons are allowed in this match. Is an Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way, which is weird because if it's a Fatal 4-Way match, there's no disqualification anyway.
Yeah.
Let's sink in a little bit. I think we had this argument at Extreme Rules, didn't we?
We had this argument actually at the pay-per-view, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, stop! Billy does not want me in this match. He's throwing me down the ramp. Oh wait, are they actually working together? I don't like this. Why are they working together? Let me back in the ring. Ryan's beating up on Kaj. I'm being beaten up by Billy outside the ring. They have actually started an alliance, haven't they? We knew this was going to happen. We heard about this. Whatever. Anyway.
So while this match is going on, should we discuss what happened with Shane McMahon yesterday?
Yeah. So there was. I found out through WWE itself on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Shane McMahon had to. Which one am I? I'm not actually competing. I'm not playing any of the characters. The characters are like anything in our predictions. It's all computer generated. But my actual character is the green one that's beating up the blue one on the ramp. Which he doesn't understand. Go to the ring, you idiot. Anyway. Yeah, going back to Shane McMahon. So there was an emergency landing. I think was it his helicopter or his plane?
Yeah. He chartered a helicopter to go back to
Rhode Island.
I think he was going back to New York. I think to see his family.
Yeah.
And had to ditch the helicopter in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So
which is,
it's quite scary. I can imagine.
It's scary. Everyone is fine. I think no one was injured through it, and he has said that he is going to be here at Battleground on Sunday as well. So
he's been through worse, to be fair.
Yeah, cool, go green shirt.
But I mean, the best bit was, did you see the interview they did with him? I think it was for NBC.
No, I ain't seen any of the interviews.
Oh, they actually interviewed him, right? And they did this interview where, like, you know, on exactly what happened, and he explains it was, you know, quite scary, you know, and all this. And they did the whole interview. And at the end of the interview, the guy goes, "Oh, by the way, are you Vince McMahon's son?" It's like,
really?
Who do you think you were interviewing? They just thought they were interviewing some random guy whose helicopter had crashed into the ocean, and then all of a sudden thought, "Wait a minute, are you Vince McMahon?"
Wait a minute, McMahon. McMahon, haven't I seen you jump off Titantron before?
And he was like, "Yes, I am." It's like, yes, we know who he is.
I've got to watch.
Most people know who he is.
I've got to go and watch that clip. It's got to be somewhere on YouTube. Idiot reporter does not know this is Shane McMahon.
The thing with that clip is the fact that if anybody who knows who Vince McMahon is going to know that Shane McMahon is his son. So it's like, oh, it's bizarre.
Someone should go. Someone should go and tell the reporter he's also got a daughter. Her name's Stephanie. She does a little bit of wrestling. Yeah. Well, she used to do a little bit of wrestling.
Diva champion.
Yeah, she's married to a guy called what is his actual name? I've completely gone blank. Yeah, Paul Levesque, isn't it?
It does make me laugh, isn't it? Because they do
Triple
refer
H,
to him as Hunter.
Yeah.
They refer to him as Hunter all the time, and it is that,
Even outside when they're not doing the thing, it's still Hunter.
Even out of character.
Yeah.
Some call him Paul, and some call him Hunter out of character. I do love that.
Yeah.
I do love that.
Paul is my business name.
Yeah, I've got the suit on, I'm Paul.
Yeah.
When I'm punching people in the face, I'm Hunter.
Yeah. What's happening? Oh, he's turned into Hunter again. Really? What happened? I made fun of his wife. He said he's the only one who's allowed to do that.
But yeah, it must have been quite scary.
Oh God,
It must have been pretty scary. Ditch into the Atlantic as well.
But Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yeah, that's what Triple H means.
Yeah, that's where he started at.
Yeah.
He started off. He's like a preppy character, didn't he?
Oh yeah, like he's like some posh kid.
Oh, he was just like posh kid, and really, the fans did not take to it at all. And then obviously reinvented himself, and
Which that is a good example. You know what? That is a good example. If people who do not get used to someone who's in the WWE at the moment, who are just starting, please remember that people like Triple H and even The Rock, when they started out, they were not liked at all. They hated The Rock as Rocky
people
Rocky
the Rock
Mafia,
got boos. The Rock was when it was Rocky. What did he go down?
Rocky Mafia or something like that.
That's it.
Not Rocky Balboa.
No.
That's
he got
Rocky.
boos that were close to what Roman gets now. I mean, he was hated.
Yes.
And then he brought the character, slightly changed the character, and brought it. Brought the fans along with him somehow.
I used to think
we've seen that, haven't we? We've seen that in recent years. I mean, look at AJ Styles.
Yeah, he was hated, and now he's loved to bits.
Yeah.
Peak. I used to think it meant hell.
I knew it was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's just because I'm old enough to remember when he actually fought under that name.
I just knew him as true. You know what? I'm going to be honest with it. When I started watching wrestling, I thought it was just HHH. It didn't even dawn on me thinking, you know what? It's easier to just call it Triple H. But it's always spelled with HHH, so it's HHH to me. I want to wrestle as HHH.
So no, I do remember him coming in as a Hunter Hearst Helmsley and not liking him at all.
He
wasn't supposed to be liked. He wasn't supposed to be liked because he was a heel, total heel character, but he wasn't liked as a wrestler.
So, just again, when did you actually start watching wrestling yourself, mate? Because
I started watching wrestling. It would have been late 80s.
Really? Late 80s?
Really. I remember I'm considerably older than you.
Not that much older.
It was when I was at junior school, because we had infants and juniors then, rather than primary. So I was at junior school when I first started, and it was at the time. Of the Ultimate Warrior, the Legion of Doom, who were my favourite tag team.
Yeah.
They were amazing, Legion of Doom. Such a shame they turned out to be massive racists. Allegedly. The Bushwhackers were brilliant.
Free Subways.
That's it. The Bushwhackers and the Nasty Boys. That's when I first started.
Well,
that was late 80s. That was.
Well, do you know? I can actually pinpoint when I actually started watching watching wrestling itself. The actual first thing I watched was Raw, and that was when Mankind ended up retiring. Yeah. It was that one when he ended up retiring from wrestling pretty much apart from when he was doing that one-off matches, but when he stopped doing it as a regular thing. But then again, I got into it a little bit later myself. I think with me it was late into secondary school, which people in America think high schoolish time. At the beginning of high school time for me when I got into it.
Late 80s for me. So I think it was like say Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Jake the Snake, that era.
Doesn't mean that I've not seen those ones. I've gone back to watch those.
I still remember the outrage when Jake the Snake bit Macho Man Randy Savage. and he had him trapped in the ropes. But I was not happy about that.
Yeah. Oh. What's it about? Can I read it in a bit? So I'm in the middle of a stream. Sorry. I don't know what I'm reading here, to be honest. I've been given something to read. Just that once. Which part am I reading? You got 3 tickets. No, I can't go to that match, right? I'm not going. Yeah, I already knew about going to that match. Yeah, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. What's this? Pete says, my 90-year-old uncle got me started in WWE in 1997. So, with me, it was my cousin, I think. Yeah, it was my cousin that got me into it. So,
it was when I first got into it, really, was because it was round about the time that Sky started, or really, it was Sky Sports.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was the first time we really got to properly see American wrestling.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling. So the days of the Sunday afternoon.
Sunday
ITV
night, Sunday Heat, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's Sunday afternoon ITV wrestling now, Giant Haystacks and Big
World
Daddy and stuff like that. Yeah, see, that had died,
Yeah.
And then there was like this American stuff, and this is interesting. This is a bit different, and and obviously it started. It used to have Superstars. Used to be on Sky One.
Yeah.
Which always the same. It used to be some star against, or some middle of the order star would be against some jobber, and they'd have, it was the same every match as well. It was terrible looking back. So the star would start off well, and then the job would come back at them, and then the star would have a second wind and win the match. And it was the same in every match. And that was on Sky One, and then like the proper stuff was on Sky Sports.
The thing is, I wish that I watched the World of Wrestling stuff myself when it was on. But like I said, with me, it was because it was on. Yeah, great grandma was interested in with Pete. Yeah, I think I had family members who was interested in that kind of stuff. But I think with me, it was that I remember pay-per-views on Channel 4. And I think something was it something that WWE did, and Channel 4 wasn't happy with it because it didn't go with their public broadcast, and you were showing this stuff at past midnight. Of course, you're not going to be happy with it. Yeah. And then it stopped, and then Sky got all the power in the end.
Yeah,
which was upsetting for a lot of
Sky
people.
just bought all the rights, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they've got most of the rights now. Thankfully, we've got other ways to watch pay-per-views. So, WWE Network, not in the legal way. The WWE Network. Just saying that now.
To be honest, to be honest, WWE is such a good value.
Yeah. We try to point out we are not sponsored by the WWE Network.
No, absolutely not. But it is good value when you think about it. Particularly, we've always. I mean, it was always good value when we had one pay-per. Even when we had one pay-per-view a month, it was cheaper. It was cheaper to have WWE Network and everything that comes with that than it was to actually buy the pay-per-view.
Well, you're paying 15 quid, aren't you, for just the pay-per-view?
Now that there are 2 pay-per-views per month, it's really good value. Really good value.
So we're always saying this, if you are a WWE fan, we do recommend get it. This is from people who are, like we said, we are not sponsored by the WWE Network. We're just two people that highly agree that it is a good value for money. Yeah. And we do recommend, if you are a fan of it, with all the other stuff that's on there as well, we do say get it. And you can watch it on your Xbox, PC. Most TVs now actually allow it as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, mate, some good news for you. You're the winner of the match is Billy. So Billy gets to pick your goddamn stipulation.
Yay.
So I'll get in contact with Billy. You're going to text him now. Hey Billy, you won the match.
You know what I fancy? I fancy a Russian strap match.
Yeah, let me try and find a Russian strap match on WWE 2K17. Because
that's what we want. Russian strap match.
Yeah, I can't do that. But yeah, I'll speak to Billy to find out what your stipulation will be. But he is he is either yours or Doc's opponent.
I was going to say, it might not even be
at Champions Night of Champions or whatever it's going to be called. What was it called last time? It wasn't Night of Champions.
It wasn't Night of Champions. It was something similar, wasn't it, last time? They changed it, didn't they?
Yeah, Clash of Champions.
Clash of Champions last time.
That's it. Yeah. So you know what? We didn't get time to talk about not Chad Gable. Is it Jason Jordan or something like that?
Jason Jordan.
Being Kurt Angle's in-story son.
Son.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about that at SummerSlam, because I think
SummerSlam,
I'm presuming that storyline is going to have
of course.
sort of like to have expanded a little bit, I'm presuming.
Yeah. But you know what, mate? Some good news about this. We do like doing these, but we do like it when we do get a bit of a break from them sometimes. And we've got a 4-week break.
Yeah.
Because our next pay-per-view that you will see us at will be SummerSlam. Yes, on the 20... I think it's the 23rd of August, isn't it?
Yeah, it's towards the end, yeah.
Oh, wait, not 23rd of August, because that's when... 24th of July is when this pay-per-view is. Yeah. Sorry about that. It will be... Yeah, same here. I'm just looking for my calendar. That's a better idea. It will be... I think it's the 27th of August, isn't it?
20th.
It's the 20th.
20th of August.
Yeah, so we've got...
It's the 20th of August.
So we've got 1, 2, 3... We've got 4 weeks until the next time we're back with this. Yay. Yeah. Our main event is, of course, Hanksy versus Doc. What will be the stipulation?
Right.
We will the best way to find out about that is you can subscribe to us, like us, all that lot. We will be announcing it more than likely on the podcast, which is every Wednesday.
Do you know what I fancy?
What?
I fancy a TLC match.
You're not the one picking the stipulation.
Yeah, I know.
And I will not influence Billy.
Have a word.
No, don't have words with Billy.
TLC match would be good. Yeah, I think a ladder match. TLC match.
As long as it's not a table match. You seem to be a pro of those at the moment.
Yeah, I definitely should have that. Yeah, that's a table.
But thank you guys for listening to us. And of course, we'll be back next time. Always follow us at youtube.com/CraveYourGames. Mixer.com/CraveYourGame, Twitch.tv /GDW2007, Hanksy 1979, I think yours is, or is it 1917? Yeah. It's one of those two. And of course the CTG podcast. We're also on Twitter, same handles. But that's it. That's all I want to say. So until next time, goodbye everybody, and
good night.
Enjoy Battlegrounds. Simple enough.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be good.
Yes, Punjabi Prison Match.